An English workshop of the lesson The Necklace, Part 1. Now here we have something which is written by a person who is telling you about her real self. Okay, she says, "Hi, I'm Catherine, a 14-year-old girl, a simple girl in class 9. I like watching TV and being home a lot. I'm also interested in art and craft. My role models are my grandparents. I love my family a lot." Now, the same person has to create an imaginary persona for herself and introduce herself in that role. And that is what you also have to do. Create an imaginary persona for yourself and introduce yourself in that imaginary persona. Okay. So, what is a persona? It is a public image of one's personality. You may be different really. Your real self may be different. But you show your persona, a different one, to the public. Now, the same girl, Catherine, see her imaginary persona. "Hi, I'm Katz. I am in class 9 and I have so many best friends forever. I love movies and I'm going to be a model someday. My hobbies include Zumba and making jewelry. I don't have any role models. I like my friends to do what I like to do." So you see how different she is really and how she imagines herself to be. So that is what you have to do. Create an imaginary persona for yourself. Now you have been given a web diagram here. My dream possession, what it is. First of all, you identify what it is. And using all these aspects here, you have to write a short paragraph. Okay. So this is what I have put together. I often dream of getting a small puppy. That is what it is. Okay. A small, fluffy, white and black one. Appearance, color, shape, size, etc. This puppy would be my friend and companion always. It's use. Okay. My friend has a puppy and he's so cute. So I too am waiting to get one of my own. Where you saw it first. So using each one of these, you have to write your own paragraph. Okay. So you can use this paragraph as an example and you have your own dream possession and write about it. English workshop. Question 1. Read each of the following sentences and write who said it to whom. "Look, here's something for you. Monsieur Loisel said these words to his wife Mathilde." Second one. "Why? The dress you go to the theatre in." Again these words said by Monsieur Loisel to his wife Mathilde. And so on. You read each one and write who said to whom. Question 2. Write a few lines about what Mathilde had and what she dreamt about. Okay. Mathilde had no nice dresses and a shabby, poorly furnished house. She dreamed about a grand palatial mansion with large rooms and smaller perfumed rooms for afternoon chats with close friends. Now they've asked you to say what she dreamt about. So don't write she dreamt of a grand. She dreamed of a grand palatial mansion. Okay, and write the answer in your own words. Question 3. Write what you think about the following thoughts and actions of Mathilde. When she did something, what you think about her action. Mathilde was beautiful and so she wanted to marry an aristocrat. So I think that Mathilde thought her beauty should be a guarantee that she marries an aristocrat. Mathilde was sad because she did not get any luxuries. Okay. Mathilde firmly believed that she was meant to be rich and so She hated her life because there was no luxury in her life, and so she was sad. Okay. Third one, Metal felt that her house was shabby and poorly furnished. Why? Because she dreamed of living in a palatial mansion. So she felt that her present home was shabby. Metal wanted other people to envy her. She always wanted to be the center of attraction, and therefore she wanted people to envy or feel jealous of her. Metal was not happy to see the invitation. Why? Because she wanted to dress well and be jealous, let people be jealous or people envy her. Now she had no nice dresses for the party, and so she wasn't happy to see the invitation. Metal wanted a new dress for herself. Metal was selfish. Even though she knew they had no money, still she wanted a new expensive dress for herself, and that too just for one party. Next, Metal borrowed a diamond necklace from a friend and wore it to the party. Because she wanted to look good at all costs. She did not even think twice before borrowing the necklace from her friend. And the last one, what do you think about Metal losing the necklace? Metal was so engrossed in being the center of attraction at the party and enjoying herself that she was careless and didn't think about the necklace that she had borrowed from someone else. The next question, you have to make an invitation based on this format which they have given you. Mr. and Mrs. You write the name, make up your own name. Solicit. Solicit is an old English word for request. We use the word request today. Request the pleasure of your company on the occasion of the wedding anniversary or first birthday, anything you can make up of their son or their parents on the day may be Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday, and then you give the date in numbers, followed by the venue, that means the place where you're holding it. It may be your home, it may be your hall or wherever, and the time. Now, after that, lower down in the invitation, you will include other requests like RSVP, no presents please, etc. Now, an RSVP is when you tell the person whether you are going to attend or not. Okay, so if I write on the invitation down there that RSVP, meaning Répondez s'il vous plaît in French, that means please reply whether you're going to come or you're not going to come. Okay, so that you write at the bottom, that helps the person to make proper arrangements knowing the number of people who are going to come to the occasion. Okay, this is an invitation. Yeah, you can use this as a example and make your own invitation. This is a grammar topic called determiners, and determiners are words that are used at the beginning of a noun, phrase, or before a noun. Okay, so we have all these things: one evening, our classroom. So you know what are things, you know what is an evening and what is a classroom. But now we come to know all these things. So it determines that we are talking about a lot of things, each and every one. Then we say one evening, one particular evening, and then the classroom means any classroom. But when I say our classroom, it changes the meaning. So we have different types of determiners, and the first one of that is articles. Articles: a, indefinite article; the definite article, which you know, a and the. So we can use it like this: an error, the elephant, an umbrella. Okay, so we use articles to tell you something more about the nouns. Okay, then we have possessive pronouns. Now a pronoun is a word used instead of a noun. Okay, so when I say possessive pronouns, meaning it shows possession, it shows that it belongs to somebody. So what are those possessive pronouns? My, our, yours, his, her, its. Okay, so we can use it in this manner. These are nouns: necklace, husband, bag, my necklace. Okay, you can say my diamond necklace, her clever husband, your black bag. But it shows you that it belongs to someone, and these are the determiners, okay, in the form of possessive pronouns. The next one is demonstrative. Now again, demonstratives are only 4 words: this, that, these and those. So it tells you, like, you know what is an envelope, a house and dresses. But when I say this envelope, I mean this particular envelope, or that house, those dresses. So now I'm demonstrating particular things. So demonstratives are also determiners. Yeah. Quantifiers, from the word itself, you know, it speaks about quantity. So quantifiers are any words that tell you about any amount of something, like much, many, few, several, half, both, you know. So these are the words, like you can use it like this: many people, several colorful books, half a banana, both my cousins, you know. So these are, when it tells you about quantity, we call them quantifiers. Now I am only telling you about the different types of determiners. We are learning determiners as a whole. And under determiners, we have 5 different types of determiners. Those are articles, possessive pronouns, demonstratives, quantifiers and numerals. Now numerals, you know very well, numbers 1, 4, 100, 1000, 7th, 40th. Okay, so we can use them like this: 4 rooms, 40th birthday. Okay, so all these words which we use coming under these 5 subcategories, okay, are called determiners. Now write your phrases using each type of determiner. Now a determiner is a word that introduces a noun. It always comes before a noun, not after. And it also comes before any other adjective used to describe the noun. For example, a big butterfly. So a is an article which is a determiner. Big is an adjective. Yeah, so it's sometimes also you have a determiner, then you have an adjective and then a noun. Okay. Now we have to write your own phrases using each type. So the first type is articles, a rich friend, the next day, and so on and so forth. I have given you some examples here. You can find out your own.